Today is June 8th, 2026. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, even though the state of California seems to be incapable of counting ballots in a timely fashion, it does seem that California is continuing in its in the grip of the Democratic Party's stranglehold on the voters. It's pretty clear too that Javier Becerra, he's got a long record. He's 24 years in the House, and then former Governor Jerry Brown, that's before Gavin Newsom, appointed him to be the state attorney general after Kamala Harris took a vacancy in the U.S. Senate. And then after his time as attorney general, Joe Biden tapped him to be the new Secretary of Health and Human Services. And it's interesting, during his time as California Attorney General, he was the attack dog on David Daleiden, the intrepid journalist who had videotaped Planned Parenthood executives talking about chopping up body parts, but protecting certain parts that they could sell to procurement labs, and I think they put together, Daleiden put out 11 videos that were highly critical of Planned Parenthood. But instead of investigating Planned Parenthood, who was probably breaking the law on selling fetal parts to these research labs, Kamala Harris and then Becerra went after Daleiden. And they were going to throw him in prison for a long time. Well, it turns out that eventually was resolved about a year ago, and he did plead guilty to a lesser charge, but there was going to be no jail time and no monetary fine. So it was a slap on the wrist. But Becerra is very, very pro-abortion. And while he was Attorney General and as Secretary of Health and Human Services. So California, once again, will most likely elect a pro-abortion zealot and ideologue. And it's sad that the state of California that actually has in the past elected Republicans. Obviously, Ronald Reagan was elected governor back in the mid-'60s up into the mid-'70s. And it's just a state of affairs. And Steve Hilton, at this point, I'm not sure if he's even in second place. He might be. He might be in second place. So he would face off against Becerra in the general election. And, I just have to face reality that California is way, way too liberal for a pro-life conservative like Steve Hilton. So we're stuck with another Democrat in Sacramento who will be enforcing strong pro-abortion laws at every turn. And the pro-life message, well, the message can still go out. Lila Rose is from California. There's a lot of good pro-lifers from California. And the message of life is going to go out. But when it comes to legislation, public policy, that's where the pro-abortion stranglehold is going to continue. And in the state of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, pro-abortion when she was in Congress, she's going to be reelected, most likely as mayor of the city, even though her track record in those fires was just horrendous. To think that some 7,000 to 10,000 homes were burned to the ground because the city didn't have enough water. I mean, I think back to an incident back in the 1970s, maybe the late 60s, when the mayor of New York City failed to handle a garbage strike in the city, and piles of garbage was just collected all over the city, and the citizens were so mad at the mayor that they voted him out of office because of a garbage strike. And that's important. But burning houses down because you didn't have enough foresight to collect water in reservoirs. And that might have been the governor's fault too. No, Gavin Newsom. But the mayor of Los Angeles should have been held responsible for that. And the voters should have said, adios, Karen Bass. No, that's not going to happen. She will most likely be reelected. So it's just one of those things that the liberals, the conservatives, the pro-lifers in California have to live with every day, that they are dominated by a pro-abortion monolith. And it's just sad that it's a wonderful state. It's been held captive by liberals, by crazy people. And with that, I'll let you go.